What up, man? It's the live tonight, man, on the session. But before the theme intro gets dropped, man, heads up, y'all. Tonight we got a cracking. We got everything going. Biggest story shaking the creative universe with AI. We titled it the Great AI Heist, right? With that being said, D, are we entering artistic enlightenment or watching human creativity go extinct?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa. Alright, we need to break the show right now. The dog has gone bad.
Welcome back, y'all, to another dose of that session live. Things on that nature, man. We got off to a rough start this evening, but we back. We gonna do it. We gonna host it like we always do, man. What's good with you?
Hey, bro, I'm chilling. As you can see,
Right. Yeah, that part.
yeah,
Uh,
what? Let's go.
yeah, go ahead, man. Go. I
I
know
know
it's a
this ain't Wednesday, but hey,
no, just
shout
go
out to
ahead. I
them
was
Doyers.
about to say, give a
Yeah,
moment to go ahead and bask in it and get it out because Wednesday is a little bit of ways away. And man, this
yeah,
is all
yeah, definitely.
what we want to do on here, right? So a little bit of sports
Yeah,
on it. I ain't gonna hurt nobody.
yeah, man. Big shout out to them, the Los Angeles Dodgers, two-time, back-to-back World Series champions, man. If y'all didn't watch that series, bro, you missed out on some good fucking baseball. I'm telling you
Right.
now. Like, I'm not a super big baseball fan, but that was a good ass series, bro. That's how it's
That
supposed to go down.
yeah, I agree.
Real good series,
I'm
man. Real
not a
good series.
fan of
Both
either team, so I can
respect.
attest to say that it was good because I was texting you like shit, like, hey bro, this is crazy, bro. First pitch, home run, third pitch, home run. Like this is crazy. So, it was just good
Yeah,
for sports to see. Um I'll say this though, man, that's tough, man, to go on the road and win two. The final two games on the road. That's supposed to be your
that's
disadvantage.
hard. Yeah,
That's
exactly,
that's supposed
exactly.
to be
Most
your
teams don't make it out like that, bro.
Nah,
Not
they
like
went
that.
and handled
Not like
business.
that.
It's y'all pitching, bro. Like, hey, that dude,
Hey, y'all,
Yamamoto.
he's
Yeah,
he's a boy.
yeah, yeah, man. That dude is
Yeah, big
everything,
shout out
bro.
to him.
Yeah, he
Kershaw, man. Like the whole like, what better way to go out, right?
right.
Go out back to
Right.
back.
Mhm. I
Hats
agree.
off to the Dodgers, man. Respect to the Blue Jays. They did their thing, man. Because I
Mm.
mean, they wasn't there for no reason, right? Like
Hey, it was a
them boys
series.
got down.
I mean, it was
I
the
mean,
A.
rookie pitcher doing his
You know,
thing.
I mean, and like I said, man, it wasn't every. I mean, how many 18 innings, one game? Everything was late. You know what I'm saying? Like either you started off hot or you ended hot. So there was always a hot streak in each of those games. So that was good, bro. That was
Yeah,
good on.
yeah, yeah.
You know, salute, man. I like I said, I'll tip the hat a little bit to y'all. We'll catch
For
you
sure,
guys
for
on
sure, for sure.
the next rebound, or should I say on the next fly ball? Yeah, there we go. Oh,
There you go.
that even goes good with it. You know what I'm saying? We'll catch it. But yeah, man. Anyhow, though, this is, what I'm saying, Doc Madness, part of that things of that nature. We about to tap into the session live. We got to, what I'm saying? We jump into some things, bro. Definitely stay tuned. We got this whole AI thing is blowing up, bro. It's crazy. I spent a lot of time researching and doing some follow up and updating, and there's been a lot, bro. I'm talking about not
Okay.
just a lot, but just more than we could probably even cover on here just through knowledge and having to do fact checking and researching on what this is and what that is, but try to cover up as much as we can, man, and bring it to you guys as well as some other things that's going on, as we always want to do now, start giving you guys weekly drops as well, to whatever is new that kind of like floats our fancy or that we're into. If it's something that we don't tap into, it's not to exclude anybody's taste, but man, you got to introduce it to us, right? If I'd ever had Indian food,
Yeah.
you got to introduce it to me. Excuse me.
Clay
So,
Evans, Vacaville, California. I'm just saying. Real good
right,
Indian food. I'm just saying. You gotta go.
right.
Go
I'm
there.
just saying that whatever it is, somebody like what you
Yeah.
just did. is you let somebody know, right? If I'm saying, hey, you know what? Have you ever had a Mediterranean pizza? And you be like, no, I'm be like, oh man, I know the spot. Like you should try it because of woo woo woo, and it might spark that interest. But if you just drive by it, you know what I'm saying? That's the music. We're at a point right now where Music Man needs as many people to promote it as possible. So with that being
Yes, sir.
said, you know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? We're about to tap in and get this started just right with that great AI heist here and let you know, man, the headlines and the facts of what's going on. Um, quietly developing text to music generator is OpenAI. If y'all don't know who OpenAI is the same people that bring us Chat GPT, right? So it's the same creators that are now getting into the text to music generation. So they just been into the other part of the texting and researching and all that kind of good stuff and imaging. Um, but now they are now saying that they're gonna what it's huge, bro, because when you think about it, they're already in cahoots with other bigger companies. Um, and by saying that is that it could crush all these indie platforms. And when I say indie, let me put names to that. Okay. Suno, Udio. Those are the two biggest because they're involved in lawsuits right now. So when I
Okay.
say those names, this has got a
What up,
lot.
Loss?
This got a lot more going on into it that money wise, right? Because the investors are already behind this chat, the chat AI. So when you look at it, bro, they're already going to have a platform and people already open arming them where UDOs, Suno, they're involved in heavy lawsuits. So labels right now, like UMG, they're suing the smaller guys and partnering with the giants. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
OpenAI is admitting that they're training on copyrighted music and it's impossible to avoid. Now, what I don't understand is how one is in the other okay for OpenAI to do it, but UDO and Suno are getting taken to court. It's all still the same copyright
yeah,
laws
I was
that
going.
are going to be protected here, right?
Yeah,
But UMG at the beginning of all of this, I don't know if you remember this when I first started bringing this stuff up months ago. UMG was one of the biggest culprits in attacking AI techie companies, saying that basically they were trying to sue them.
yeah,
So how
yeah.
did they go ahead and jump in bed with the side piece? Now want to marry the side piece.
So
It's
what they
funny, bro.
figured we can't beat them. We gonna fuck with them.
Right. Hey, really, that's exactly that, bro. It gets really deep into it. We'll jump into all of that, man. But this is basically where it's at right now, and it's kind of crazy because um, you have to think about how monopolizations happen. You have to understand that it is in cahootsing with if you have three factors, right? If you have supply, you have the logistics aspect, you know what I'm saying? You got this aspect, and you got the traveling. If you have your hands in each aspect, you can manipulate that. You can manipulate it to be advantageous for you, right? So this is exactly what's happening when you have all of three of these companies jumping in bed together with each other because Spotify is already in bed with UMG.
Yeah, true.
We just went over all of that before with all of that going on. That's how can we
Yeah,
get fractions on fractions, right? Of pennies for streaming. So now they're trying to do the same thing with the creation and the production, I think, of the music, man. So it's definitely something that we gotta think about because it's definitely true in the classics of what you said. And the quote is if you can't beat them, not join them this
kill them.
time. You buy in, you buy them, my guy, because that's what's gonna happen. These big companies are gonna be into it in cahoots with each other. They're gonna actually buy out. And just like mom and pops, just think about it on any level of what's being done, right? Conglomerate restaurants versus mom and pops, little
Yep.
hole in the wall, right? It's hard to compete, especially the way they pipelined everything with after the COVID scandal, whatever. Um,
Yeah, that
when
bullshit.
they did that, so it really put a chokehold on the mom and pop businesses, even the big ones. Some of those that saying they didn't thrive as well, but it was really more. harder for the mom and pop ones unless they really gathered into the community, you know what I'm saying, and their boots are deep in the soil where those communities would say like, nah, man, we're not gonna let this drop, get this out of here. And they came together to drop. And it's the same thing. I'm calling upon musicians in the music community because it's already happened in the author world of publishing books. They already settled. Now you got a settlement that's jumping in bed because the settlement is with UDO and UMG. That's they settled their lawsuit by partnering up, bro. Just think about that. I'm suing you. But we're gonna come now, we're gonna see eye to eye because look, we see how we could work together. And then if we can get one more piece, guess who gets all cut out of all of that? The artist.
This
The artist.
or
No matter the producer, no matter who you are. Now, some may say, some may say that, well, I have dabbled into it. I work with stuff like the on my own single, right? That's me, but that's me creating my own works. The bigger thing about this picture is that it's going and it's combing and taking copyrighted material to train on. But how can you fault the artist when that's all we're doing is using the platform to create new original music or
yeah,
ideas? That's the
yeah,
reason why somebody's on the platform using it is to create their own new original. Like I, I can't be blamed for the way they set their business up and how they got their product. And that's cliche because it really goes back into sampling. It goes back into what they call loop packs. Like all of this stuff, it's just basically now it's at a point where people who haven't invested their energy into learning any type of music skill set besides just being able to describe and write good, because that's really what prompting is, right? Besides that, it really comes down to it. So, we really have to think about it. That's one aspect. Next, we have the pro companies, which are the publishing right organizations, BMI and ASCAP. They have begun
yeah,
accepting AI assisted works on an honor system, bro. Like that just came down, bro. Like now it's like, okay, yeah. At first they were trying to
mhm,
reject it. Now it's like, okay, you got to tell us how much of this have you is AI and how much of it is human. Like that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
big
But
trust
that's
factor.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say, bro. That's putting a lot of trust in some crooked motherfuckers who
Right. Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like,
Right.
if
It's
because
it
if I only tell you that some of it was, then
right.
I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? Then it's okay, right? But
Right. Right.
how are you to know? How is BMI and ASCAP supposed to know that that wasn't
It's just
totally
by
AI assisted,
that,
like
that's what I'm
fully?
saying. It's just you have to convey that when because I guess when you register it, they're gonna be adding these registration parts to it or whatever. And you have to well, it's gonna ask you. And if it's these, like I was explaining it, it says if it's fully generated, because their terminology, and this is the reason why it's too early right now to try to manipulate this because it's still trying to be figured out, bro. You know what I mean? It's almost like
Yeah,
when the way they had to figure out how to capitalize and everybody get their proper streaming money took a while. When people were first streaming, people weren't getting the right just dues. Some
still
people were
not.
probably getting too much. Some people probably weren't getting nothing, right? And
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
let me open this conversation up just a little bit, right? Um, just think about this. What they're asking is to be honest and to give that information. Now that's in anything that you do to go to publish for copyrights. You have to
yep,
do that because that
yeah.
splits. That's people the way they get paid, right? Now think about this. Isn't that what credits and stuff used to come inside albums? When you look at it, you see that it was 15 producers. It just wasn't Dr. Dre, but
Yeah,
everybody's saying it's
yeah.
his album.
I was
And you
just
see
talking to
that there's
Haas about
15
that the other day,
producers,
man.
right? Right.
Yeah,
And that's so
about
that
how
they're
you know,
asking that to be something that they've kind of taken it away already. Because now nobody knows that. You got people that's coming out the woodwork saying, hey, I created that. I produced that. I mixed that or engineered it, right? And it's like you got to go and search for these credits now. Whereas now
Mhm.
you're asking the same industry that did this for us to trust the people that are coming in to say, "Oh yeah, I did it. It was a 60-40 split, and it was 60% AI." You honestly gonna think that people are doing that? Everybody's gonna
Nope.
try to take as much credit as they
Nope.
can,
Oh man, it was
bro.
only 5%. 95% me, 5% AI. I promise you. I swear.
Hmm.
And then you
Right,
say
right,
freestyle. Go on,
right.
bust one. uh, but
But that's one side of it because then there's still music
yeah,
production. So once again, you have that
exactly.
side of when it comes to the music, like shout out Curtis King, right? I watched a video that he talked about, and he was playing some things on there. Um, it's it really hit home because he was like one of the things he said, back in our day, he always kind of jokes about it. He's like back in our days, musicians carry backpacks, and in those backpacks, a lot of people had drum machines, MIDI controllers, all that stuff, right? And you
Yeah,
didn't need to speak about certain things because as soon as you opened the backpack, and if you was a lyricist, an artist, and you had a pen and you had headsets, and oh, you do music, you write, and they start pulling. Oh, you got the latest this, the latest that. You produce, you do. It sparks the conversation because they see it.
yeah,
As they say now, it's prompting. You're considered a music prompter. What does that look like? What do you carry? What's your training for this? So
nothing at
when
all.
when you look at it from that point of view, bro, it really starts to break things down because once again, if you work at a fast food joint and you don't cook, fry, register, or fill soda and stock, then you don't have a job there. How can you come
100%.
into this industry and not
100%.
have any of those skill sets
100%.
and be able to capitalize on getting your stuff into mainstream as possibly even moving forward than that? So
Yeah,
it's really something for us to really consider and think about. We did kind of go a
yeah.
little bit off the beaten path. We didn't get into our full intro, bro. So let's go ahead and take a quick setback, reset, because this is a touchy subject for myself, highly involved into it. And so, what I'm saying, I'm gonna have to pace myself here, but we'll be right back, man. We're gonna go take a quick break, regather our things, and wet the whistle. Be right back, y'all.
I spoke this by staring at the ashtray full of roaches. Finna drop 50 bodies when my woods like D-Rose dead. Stuck beside a cipher, just in bomb fluid and grenades wrapped around my chest plate. Finna detonate, time to separate the dead weight. Like the hands of a mortician after leaving the mind source. Course switching, something like the eyelids. I suffer from insomnia, trying to read with a war vision. Thou should not disturb a nigga slumber. A sleeping giant like a hidden rays, been awakened from the distance. Finna crash scars with my bare hands to walk away with footsteps to lead the earth frightened. You can read between the lines like a hyphen. More recall psychological torment while standing on top of a hill that's silent. I spit it supernatural with my senses heightened. My IQ higher than the moon skydiving. I'm working for life, defending my soul in these trenches. Walking the block with a heart rate, jumping like that boy from Memphis. A death blow, missing my body by inches. Survival rate depending on what your mental percentage. Ambient sounds of angels singing, stretch them like a vocal cord. Had to weave in bobcats like a mecha Okafor. I could talk life into a broken sword. Smoking the air, boosting my battle sensory. Not a soul, got the heart to talk reckless in my proximity. Your life expectancy get cut short. If my weapon rolls like a retire bull jersey from the bulldoze with a bullseye, leave stuck like a glitch in the database. Lead the earth for race. I'm a head case. Took frustration to push a king like Jeff Teague from a village of dens of thieves. Dangerous known to keep an AR tucked, no Austin Reeves.
Split in a subatomic particle, a nuclear bomb that caused stress removing the follicles. The pressure on me weighs less the more that I dominate. Got drive, never gas less, I'm pushing the automo. Bills that I pay contributing to my day-to-day. Play my cards right now, it's hard to lose with an ace of spades. Stepping on roaches, get the tissue after I sprayed the raid. They talk shit, but when you hot, you gotta chill and shade. Now who the fuck wanna rap with me? Like mummies, know a tomb where you destined to be. The story on hieroglyphics when you fell to your knees. Not by a king, but a pharaoh named Kevin Ali. You rappers like the last syllable pyramid. The last three letters apply to those who all killed the shit. Revive it back, create a new world like Book of Genesis. The god of rap, so fuck the old world, it took my innocence. Guilty as charged, a short boy that's living large in a small world with an ocean not big enough for sharks like me. I earthbend, move mountains like Dali, come try me. Didn't know I was sick? Well check my IV. Poisonous, can't touch this, cause I got hammers for MCs like a handyman. With a toolbox nail for your caffeine, I had to bury trash. Nasty, feeling like I'm the shit, like I don't wipe my ass, of course I do. Pun intended, you still wouldn't get it if it was next to you. Like I'm the one that Jason jump a boat on the states to rock the nation. In a hospital lobby because I got a lot of patience. Waiting for my fire like a caveman. Yabba dabba doo, flow harder than Flintstones or titanium or Little Bill and Caillou's cranium. I'm a badass kid, mama and papa couldn't tell me shit. So what the fuck y'all gonna tell me, bitch?
Yeah. This the real thing, didn't bang, I just knew the swing with a slang, put belt ass like my name, Pootie Tang. I remain father of these rappers too ashamed to claim. Deadbeat, hit the door with that support, lil' man. Watch your mother tax a chunk off the top just to keep it hush. Dang, right off the bat, been swinging at such a curveball. No doubt your pen will be bonds if I was more involved. But look here, kiddo, ain't mean to ghost ya. Back on track, so I'm here to coach ya. On the giants of this hip-hop culture. While on the hunt, craving, down go the vulture for thinking he can land in the field. This shit is fully mine. Melly blow up melody, pressure on his mind. CDs, dangerous grounds, missing person time after time. Ain't new to crime, shit like chemtrails, line after line. Over the head top, let it rain and it don't stop. This a 187 from the 787. Kill beats, plain to see, ain't that right, brother? Really no chill, I'ma keep it all rap. Thought it was smoke until I showed up, like where the fuck is at? Ankle leg coming through and RP the whole track. Overdue lap, been a few years since they heard me rap. And I'm grilling with a flex, ho, still haven't lost it. 10K slugs, rap gold, I'm finna floss it. No died on the end, run on, don't get exhausted. Copper top, had it on lock, this here a life sentence. Killed your favorite rapper, but before I let him witness the stupidity of him ever thinking he can win this. Now check this, eyes on the chart, short a new instrument. Leave a fresh mark on this bitch, mind you meant to get digits and cream. Been a long time since I hit the scene. Rap like it's nothing new under the 16. Scorching little nigga.
Yo,
Man, fresh and
that
clean.
was nice.
Shout
Cypher,
out to
yes.
Cypher. Yeah, Kevin
Yeah.
Ali, Red.
Yeah. Shout out
man.
to Kevin Ali, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
he sent that, and I had to pass that along, man. We had to
Yeah,
get that
man.
on the show.
Had to
Came
get
with
it on
that
the
fire,
show.
boy.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed, man.
sir.
So tap into Kevin Ali, man, and go run that up. Tap in.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, welcome back, man. We're gonna go ahead and get a little bit back on track here, and discuss a little bit about what's going on with the AI and how it's definitely it's getting out of control, man.
It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, it's going a lot of
It just,
places. I think
it's
causing hysteria.
it's
That's what
kind
it's
of
called.
wild, right? It's got so many different directions that is going in. It needs to be like, you got to send the cattle dogs out, bro, and wrangle everybody in.
Right.
Shit
And,
back.
and it's so
Like,
many
it
different.
needs some. It's gonna need some serious. It's gonna be some serious rules and some guidelines, bro. It has to be, because
Well, yeah,
I mean, you were
it's
already talking about, ASCAP BMI, right? In this
right.
honor system, and we already know from Q-Tip about the record industry. Come on, if not, do
Right.
y'all history and go look them up. Tribe Called
Yep.
Quest. They'll put you on game, right?
Right.
You know, and they scream protect the artist, right?
Mhm. Right. It sounds good. But
So, like,
right. But
yeah, it sounds good. Sounds great, right? Fucking yeah. Protect them, yeah. But we're gonna train machines to do this, though, right? So, come on, man. You're
definitely.
using the catalog, and you're training a machine to basically mimic and imitate, right?
Right. Right.
So,
Yeah.
bro,
That,
it's
that's
piracy
true.
in a nice little, little Armani 3-piece looking fly, right? Yeah,
Right. That's exactly it. Doctored it up and
you
it
know,
and try to say
maybe
that
it's
it's something.
Gucci.
Hey, it's catching
Yeah,
everybody
I
off
don't.
guard. But they're doing it though, right? It's it's
Yeah,
definitely it's definitely something, man, that you have to be a little bit in the know to understand. And once again, I'm gonna shout out Curtis King because he has a segment that he calls DIYers, and they're burying the indies, man. AI platforms like Suno in lawsuits to open up the bigger behind the curtains. They're working with OpenAI, which is funded by these bigger companies. Once again, you got to look at it that way, the indies. So they're keeping us at the foresight of all the lawsuits and keeping us entertained and watching that.
yeah,
But all the while behind the curtains, they are in cahoots with another company that's already having an AI platform that many people use, but now getting into the music industry, the music part, and it's bro, they're letting them go unnoticed, and it's all by design. It's all by design, my guy. All.
yeah. And peep this. So, like the timing of all of this, right?
Mhm.
Rap slides off Billboard charts
I
while
know,
AI
bro.
and
That's
tools explode.
crazy. That's
Is
crazy
that is
too.
that coincidence, or am I smoking too much of this? I'm just saying, like,
Right.
come on, bro. Algorithms are reprogramming the culture. Who the fuck gave
Yeah.
them permission to reprogram anything that was built on the soul of the person, right? It was
Right.
people expressing their art, putting
Mhm.
putting their lives out there, right? Putting what they, creating.
Mhm.
Oh,
Right. That's true, bro.
man.
So true, man. We got to look at the bigger picture. And just because I'm an artist, I got an extensive catalog of all the blood, sweat, tears, learning mishaps. It's all there. You know what I'm saying? And then I got many more in the vault that it's just that was the pains, right? You don't get scrapes, bruises, cuts, scars to and be great. You don't It's not how it happens, right? Look at Shaq, look at LeBron's feet. People think he's great. Look at his feet though. That's that wear and tear, right? Jordan, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh-wee, yeah.
Kobe. You know what I'm saying? You could so
Any of they
you
feet,
get these
like them
bumps and
motherfuckers.
yeah, you're gonna get that, but that's the wisdom. But these other people that are called music prompters, they're not having to go through that.
They don't
And
have to
that's
go
the
through.
problem,
They don't have
right?
to. They
So
don't
let's
have to
go ahead.
experience that struggle,
Yeah.
having doors slammed in your face, told you ain't good enough. None of that shit, right?
Right. They're getting the
Not having to
best.
prove
Their
yourself.
music is being trained by some of the best out there. Because one of the things they did say about the quality of music that they were training on was that they were saying that it's they were only going to look for high good quality music to train on. Because if you train it on bad product, or if you input like muddy content into it, it's going to give just muddy content that looks better, sounds a little better, but it's still muddy, right? It's like mastering. They always told us this. Effects always said this. Shout out. Um, if your mix isn't a good mix when it gets mastered, all it does is it shows you in more detail of those imperfections, because it's going to master those imperfections for you to see it or hear it depending on where it's at. So it just brings it out more, it brightens it out. But so let's take a little quick, pros and cons here, right? So I think some of the pros are is that AI, it does help break writer's block, and it does inspire hybrid work. And what I mean by that is that it's okay, man. It's okay to have assistance, bro. Like we this industry is so big on, oh, you didn't write that or you didn't do this, and what that doesn't matter. It's collaborative work. That's what hybrid is.
Yeah.
It's
As
collaborative
long as
work.
the people who were involved are getting the credit,
Right, right. That's what it
that's
comes
you
to,
know,
right.
That's what it comes down to. Like
See,
we
look,
know that okay, the Cube didn't write everything, but if you were a person who was into reading album covers and credits and cassette, you would see who was getting the credit. Everybody got they just due. And it's just like old boy said, they did what they had to do to get country grammar to sell, right?
right.
It's
See,
called a
that
collective
was
effort
big.
for the bigger picture.
There's people that were if y'all don't know, there's rooms for producers when these big hits are made. There's multi people in the like multi producers. You got a B room and like two B rooms, and they're working. And then you got the main A room, and you might even have a A like one and an A2 room where you got one person running vocals and doing this, and the other people over here trying to get this part of it done, and then it all gets right. So all of this goes on in the big studios and big da 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 da. But if you just didn't hear what I said, it's all of these people coming together to make that one song. Then you got a room of writers. So it's you have like
I like that. Take
Beyonce
that out.
writing
Put this
that
in. This
shit.
needs to sound like this.
Right. Right. And
It's
then
different, bro.
the producer is gonna while you're doing it and he's recording and engineering, he's gonna be like, okay, hey, I think you should do this. So there's input after input after input after
Input
input.
after
Now
input.
I only say that to say that, and it's gonna sound bad. I hope I don't just get jumped on and people stop listening to this right here and be like, oh, and start commenting. Is that that's all AI is doing? Like, why are we so upset at what AI is doing that humans already don't do?
True
So
that.
I get it that it's the part of the music. I mean, it's part of the who gets just dues. Because me as a musician, my music was combed and scraped on the internet. I didn't get permission. So that is the only thing that I think we should be looking spending the energy on is how do we I'm not even gonna say gatekeep that or but put confined instruction around it to be like, look, you have to this is how you could get paid by doing it. And if it's not this, then you can't get any type of money because you didn't put the effort. It's somebody else's effort. And how that works is beyond me. Because once again,
Yeah.
this is the same industry, bro. The same industry that is trying to come up with the answer is the same industry that already steals your ideas and your music and then tells you what it's worth. So
True that.
we're playing in this
Very true.
sandbox, and this
Yeah.
sandbox really ain't really built for us to be playing in. So um
True that.
it's just something that we have to
So
think about. Next thing as a pro, real quick, moving on. I think it democratizes production for creators with low or no budgets.
true.
Sometimes I have been here, bro. That you have a big idea and you know, like, hey, dude, I really want to hear this get put in at least to some concrete form so I can at least see it and hear it before
Yeah.
can know how to fully engulf in it, right? Um, and sometimes it takes different artists that can do different things, musicians to come in and add parts, all of that kind of stuff, man. That's costly. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's
Very.
doing these things in little everybody doesn't have it where they could just sit down and play and do all that kind of stuff. So sometimes they got to get other people that's what they do and they got to pay them for their time. That that I think is something that's helpful because you can get an idea. Like how I was talking to you about some of the ideas that I'm working on right now. It's easier for me to create that and send it out and have that person like now they have a great idea in a lane of what I was talking about. They have a sonic, hearing of okay, I see where you're going with this. Okay, now this is this, but I don't want that. I just wanted you to understand where I wanted to go with it. That's great, right? That alleviates a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
That shrinks the time down. So now it's like all it takes is maybe a couple of conversations, and you're straight on a narrow path of getting that desired outcome. So I think that's a pro.
True.
Now, do you feel there's any cons to
Yeah.
this?
Uh, Yeah, I mean, always, right? There's always some. It's always gonna be the yin and the yang, right? So, I think one of the cons, bro, it's gonna breed creative laziness and data theft because it's
Mhm.
already doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, it's good for writer's block for an artist who's just needs to get that little over the, get over the hump, right? But then
Right.
you're gonna have those cats who don't even have a real love for the music or for the craft that are
Mm.
just gonna say, "Hey, type, make me this,"
Right.
and you know what I mean?
Right.
That
Right.
that you know, for me, that's a problem because then where's the originality? Because I mean, you the same age as hip hop. I'm a year younger than hip hop, and
Mhm.
all we knew was originality and creativity. Like
Right.
that's what made it so amazing, right?
Mhm.
So we
Definitely.
don't need lazy MCs. Like, fuck,
Right.
come on. We got enough of them already, though. You know what I
Right.
mean? We got enough
Right.
already who are creating lazily, and now you giving me a tool to where I don't have to really do nothing except memorize it for the most part.
If that,
That's not,
because once again, we
if
don't know
that,
where it's
yeah,
gonna get
if
like
that,
right now, if we're using technology this way as we are, and they're already accepting it as being like there's groups that have sold millions of streams have been played on AI groups that already been out. That
yeah,
we like I said, I tell this now that I listen to music and look at things a lot different. I can almost pick out some things that I'd be like, hey, that's AI like hybrid, or there's AI being done with that. Like the visual people's eyes have already, adjusted for the most part. But
yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like listening to it, sometimes it's not as easy. But there's something in
mhm,
it that you can almost kind of like hear. Unless that person has put a lot of time. Now I'm gonna say this. We always speak about like the artistry part. But producers really will be the most
yeah,
lazier out of the two
mhm,
because, like you said, you have a lot of equipment to invest in as an artist. All you got to do is really invest in pen and pad, and not even that no more.
yeah,
So, like, it's not
yep,
that much
yep.
you have,
Everybody
unless
doing
you're
this shit on
doing
their
your own
phones,
vocals.
whatever. You
But
don't need, yeah, ain't no overhead.
right,
Ain't,
but as a producer, you
ain't no
always got
supply.
to have something started. You got to have equipment. Like, when I first
Yeah,
started,
yeah,
bro, I couldn't just go and start. I had to set it to the side, buy pieces
hey,
and
you need
pieces
to
and
go get
pieces.
this. You need to go get that.
Right,
You need A,
and
B, and
then
C. Like, hey, homie, can I borrow this while you gone?
right,
Type of shit.
and
Yeah,
have, what I'm saying, somebody come wire all of that. So there's a lot more investing, and I will say that straight out the top. But that all of that's gone out the window now, bro, because of
yeah.
it. So
First
I think the
producers and the
lazier
prompters.
the and that's funny because they even have a name for it, prompters, right? It's
Yeah,
it's
prompter. What do you do for a living? I prompt. I'm a prompter.
what skill set do you need to have to do that?
Like data entry.
No, no. I'm sure I can line up a gang of people that data entries. You're
Everybody
just
has
copying
data
the
entry
data,
skills, bro, because we enter data all day long.
but
And
you're
on the
copying
phone,
data.
your internet, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But
Say what?
you're copying data. You're filling in stuff. Prompting is
Yeah,
different. Prompting is describing. Not everybody could describe shit well, bro. So that
yeah. It don't
and
matter. A
once
lot of
again,
people can't rap well. Them motherfuckers still got albums.
hey man, I shut up. I shut up. You just shut me up, man. Um,
Sorry, it wasn't intentional.
but you're right though, man. I mean, this isn't, bro. I'm conflicted. I'm not even gonna lie,
Yeah.
bro. I'm conflicted.
It's good.
at one point I felt good. Like I said, bro, you've been along this journey with me, bro. You hear a lot of the stuff and stuff in creation
Yeah,
process,
I get
frustrations,
firsthand.
right? You're so you know
Yeah,
it's a lot of time and researching, and I'm learning it. So I
yeah.
feel one aspect like hell yeah, bro. Like it's not easy. Like people just make
No,
it
it's
sound
not.
like "Hey, I want to do it and I could do it.
Nah.
Yes, you can sit down, type something up, and something's gonna come out. And to that person, it might sound damn good because why? They already have nothing invested. So it's gonna sound good. Bro, if I come to the to
Yeah.
if me and you say, hey bro, you bet me, hey, I can do this. But if and I don't have no investment into it, and you're invested into it,
Mhm.
and I'll be like, okay, and there's a monetary gain on it, and I win, bro. It's house money. So that's the
Yep.
way they're looking at it. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
I could do this because shit, it's that's what everybody's doing right now. People are okay with it. And not
Yeah.
everybody's okay with it. So that's why I mean I'm conflicted, my guy. My bad. I
Yeah.
jumped in there, took
So what
over.
about
You got
this
it.
though? Yeah. Uh, corporate control of training data
Mm,
equals the end of independent music, bro.
say that
Because
again,
the
bro.
corporate is
Say
controlling everything, right?
say that one more
If
again,
they're
because they
controlling
need to
everything
invest
and they got a
in.
lock, ain't no more of us. Ain't no more.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Every artist
Once
on
again,
this planet gonna fall off.
corporate control.
Control of
Oh,
training
damn.
data.
That equals what?
Here, we're gonna train data how to be better than y'all, and just
Man,
put it and and like it equals the end of independent music, man.
and
Because no
independent
one, because
music is what? Independent music is our voice. Like that, if ever you gotta think about
yeah,
this, no matter what.
now we can control what we want to be heard
Right, right.
versus that Second Amendment, right? No, the First Amendment, the freedom of speech. But I do like to bear
Right.
arms, anyways.
Sure.
But
That
yeah, the whole freedom of speech, like, it's what's the point?
man, there's a lot going on, man. Let me blow the lid wide off everything. Keep this out, bro. Do you know who Harvey Mason Jr. is?
No, I do not.
No. Okay. Harvey Mason Jr., I'll get to who he is, but let me first tell you what his belief is. Okay. He believes that we are at that moment in time of what you just said: corporate control, training, data on scraping what humans do ends the independent side of everything that we're doing because they would no longer need us. Once again, think about this for a second. The people that created this, they're not looking for prompters. Think about this. They're not, that's not
Not
why
at
it was
all.
created. They're not looking for prompters.
Mm-mm.
What they're doing is looking to control music aspect 1,000% in all ways, form, fashion, or whatever. Right. So what do you think they're gonna do if all you're doing is showing them how to create it by prompting? So what you're inputting is giving them what they want, and all you do is continuously try to get better at writing that prompt. Because the better and the better
Yeah.
you write it, the better and better you feel you're getting. But all it does is create them more and more data on how to create it without you. They're Xing out the musician. What do you think they're gonna do to the prompter, bro? Anyhow, that's just something to think about. Let me get
They
back
getting
to
rid of you too.
yeah, let me get back to who Harvey Mason
Everybody
Jr.
gone.
is, right? Who believes that we're already in that moment of time. He is the CEO of the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, better known as the Recording Academy, which is an American learned academy of musicians, producers, recording engineers, and other musical professionals, widely known for the Grammys. This is the CEO of the Grammys. Okay. Um, the Grammys is supposed to recognize achievements in music industry of songs and music which are popular worldwide, right?
Mhm.
And
Yep.
if you take all of what it just said, that's people that's gone, been trained, go to school for all of this, bro, to be recognized for a Grammy. Okay. Now, a part of us else he is, and I'm gonna bring all this full circle. The Recording Academy is the founding partner of the Grammy Museum, which is a nonprofit organization whose stated mission is preserving and educating about the music history and significance. May I say that again? Right? It's about educating about music history and significance. Now, the Academy also funds Music Cares, which is a charity with the state with a stated goal purpose impacting the health and the welfare of the music community. And the Recording Academy's advocacy team lobbies for music creators' rights on all three levels from local, state, and federal. Now, okay. Now, with all that being said, everything that I just this person is involved with all three of those. Okay. And because of this
He's
embodies that.
involved with keeping the culture of
Right,
music alive, the
right.
creativity of music alive.
And the rights and the innovation and everything that is
Yeah.
at bay right now. Now, he has gone on record, quote unquote, that there hasn't been a recording session in over 12 months that he has walked into on a major recording scale. Now, once again, we're talking Grammys that AI wasn't being used. So you're telling me, bro, that all of this shit that we thought people was creating and they were just phenomenal, bro. Oh, bro, Grammy, they was this, they had, man, they brought in like the Hans Zimmerman type stuff, right? Like, I would
Yeah.
be offended, bro, to come to find out that this person is telling us that he has witnessed. He says the biggest songs that he can guarantee you that the drums, a chorus, this. He went down a bro, like I didn't even want to pull that clip and play it because we the 2 hours that we normally take on here, my guy, eats that up. We wouldn't even get into some of the other stuff. It wouldn't even be that's a dedicated segment for just that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like one of those 60-minute type things, bro.
Yeah.
But but when you
Yeah. So
think about that, for a second though, that ain't innovation.
yeah,
That's
hell
dependence.
no.
That's dependence. They're depending upon this now to even
Uh,
make songs that Grammys can be considered on that scale, bro. Come on, man.
yeah. So so when your MIDI controller collects dust, right? Because AI bots does it better, man. It's not progress, bro. That's extinction. Hey, that's the tar pits and the dinosaur shit, right? If that really happened, but I'm just saying that's extinction, bro.
Right, bro. That's real
You
true
got to see
right
the
there.
devil in the details, right?
And it's in our face.
Yeah, it's in our
But
face.
once again, I'm conflicted
That's
because, bro, it's not. Is it? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, bro. Is it a? We're attacking AI.
it's
It's
not
not.
AI.
It's not
It's the
AI. That's
it's
what I'm
the
saying. They
individual
gotta show
behind
invest.
it.
Yes, there you go. I don't trust the people that are creating it, that's getting the data and how they're utilizing it because they're putting it in our face like it's something as a tool. And I believe it is a tool because it's always been a tool. But now,
Yeah,
what I'm saying is that now I think things have changed to where they see the manipulation that they can utilize to get all the details and the data in the end, in a
yeah,
technical world, who holds power in a technical world? Think about all the cartoons like that. It was about acquiring the data.
The
In
data.
a technical world, they were
Uh,
going after the data, right?
They are creating Wally. If you ain't
Right.
seen the movie Wally,
Hmm.
go watch it.
Hmm.
This is what, and like we say, they put it in your face, man. They
Right.
like what did you say? Dependency. It's not innovation, it's dependency. You're depending
And
on something to create for you because you can't, or you just too lazy to, or you
that
have a, or you need it. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
Mhm.
man.
Right. And
You
that's
look
something
at
that,
music.
bro, that's crazy
Yeah,
because
you look at music, and it was always from the soul. I don't care what genre you listen to. It was from the heart. It was from the soul. It was stories, and now you shouldn't depend on a tool to help to to express something
Mm.
it's never been through.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can see
And
if you are feeding it your original material, right? Like that 50 Cent joint, and he,
hello,
turned
let
Many
me
Men into you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But we already know what you doing.
I know I'm
But these
just
motherfuckers don't be listening. So you got to give
yeah,
them somebody else
that they
so
can
they could be
identify
like, "Ooh, he said
with.
50." You know.
Yeah. Yep. You're right. You're right.
So,
Proceed. Proceed.
but when you see it being done like that. That's that artist, right? Saying, "I am taking what is mine, and I am going to use this tool to recreate it for a different vibe." Right?
Right. Hmm.
That's different than someone who says, "Man, I'm bored. Chat GTP, whatever it's called, Elemental Q, whatever. Make me a song so I can
Right.
feel happy about whatever, like, and it
Hmm.
just creates you whatever. There was no soul, there was no effort, there was no passion, there's no nothing.
Right.
It's just you trying to shortcut yourself to, some money that ain't really gonna be there because you don't know nothing about the industry or the game or anything anyway, right? So
Yeah.
it's
Right.
it's it that's my biggest issue is just creativity and original. Like music, I don't care. Music has to have you have to feel it, right? It's got to be, bro. If it don't move you, bro, you come on.
Right.
You've heard you come on as much music as we've listened to just amongst ourselves. You know when you're like, what the like that? Did they just repeat that because it was in front of them, or is this some like, you know what I mean? Do
And
do
that's
you?
and I say this too, just to add to that real quick, man, because I think when we say AI, we automatically think that it is going to create something better than what it scraped and gathered data from. And I'm here to tell you that it's not. Maybe it'll get there, right? Maybe it will. Maybe that's the end game. I don't know, but a lot of it, bro, is not. You have to still be
Yeah,
sonically inclined into music, at least at the level where I'm
yeah.
doing it at.
You really have
That's
to know something.
right, right.
Yeah,
You do. And it's not. It doesn't have to be like
you
music
really do.
101. It doesn't have to be all of this stuff. It just you
No,
gotta
but you
still
got to be able to know.
where you're
You
going
got to
with
know how to create.
it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Where
You
you're
got to know how to
going with it
create.
and
And if you can't create,
what's
like,
necessary.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that's
Now that's fact, bro. That's all fact. I think what we're doing is we're
yeah.
watching art turn into automation. And
Yeah.
look at the way it's
Announcing the
you,
assembly
you
line of
see-
bullshit.
right. But when you see the creation of AI artwork, it's everybody's like right. It doesn't really like mind blow you away like a person that is muralling on the side of a train or You know what I'm saying? It's just doesn't, because there, once again, there's a passion, there's experience, there's a lot of things that go into it, right? The labels, I think what they're doing is they're getting the equity while the artists get erased. So they're creating this thing that is out there. There's another side to it all. And there's the side like what Denmark is doing. You have this little small country, we've tapped on this, that has recently
Yeah.
added the protection to their artists and producers and all of the art and the writers, because once again there's book writing
Yeah.
artistry, there's,
It's
so when we
it's
say
even
that,
like it's pretty much their entire their all their residents, right? Like if you're from
mhm,
Denmark,
yep,
like you are
you
protected.
now are protected, which is your intellectual property, your likeness, your name, image, and creation. They need to go ahead and get your permission, bro. That seems to be the best way to do this, instead of leaving it up to somebody to say,
That's
I
privacy. That is privacy. That is privacy at its fullest, right?
right,
And you got to give Denmark props for protecting their people.
right.
You know
Yep,
what I mean? Like, no, you're not gonna do this to us. Sorry, not happening
right.
over here. As to where other countries, I ain't gonna mention no names. We live in them. They don't give a fuck because it's, you know,
Right,
they don't. They fuck. I need a, they want it
right.
all, right?
Yep,
They want it
yep.
all. So they can't, and it was crazy. They want so much that they ain't gonna never be able to take none of it with them anyway. When
Man.
it's time to
Yep.
go,
And
you
that's
know
the
what I'm
part,
saying? Like,
it's just greed then to control.
yeah, it's just greed. I don't want
All power.
nobody else to have it.
It's
I don't
all
want nobody else
powerful.
to have it. Why?
Yeah.
So what you figure you gonna mean less if somebody else has a little something too? Make no sense. But that's another topic. I'm gonna leave that alone. We can go on and on about that, man. So
Right.
shit,
That's true. That's true.
bureaucracy, bro. Corporate bureaucracy. How about that? You
Yeah.
know.
It all sums up into that, because that's
Yeah.
exactly what
Yeah.
they look at. I mean, look at gentrification. It starts where, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. East Oakland, Google. Fuck y'all. Y'all full of shit for what y'all did over there, man.
Hey,
Wonder
Google is
why them
part of this
bikes was getting
behind the
jacked and
scenes
stole.
too. So when we're
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
the majors, once again, this is why I try to explain to people when we have these conversations. I totally forgot. We're talking Google, um, Universal. Like these are huge. I've had a
Huge.
strike on copyright against Universal. Like literally, bro. Like once
I
again, my
think
hallucinative
how many
revelations.
artists have we talked to? Every artist we've talked to, bro, has said something about Universal.
Universal.
Everybody.
And they're now the ones that are
Everybody. That
sitting up
sound like
here,
Monopoly.
right? And they're the ones that are now saying, "Oh, wait, we've been suing, we've been stopping all of this," and behind the curtains, they're jumping in bed with OpenAI and Udio and
Slapping cheeks.
Spotify. Once again, Spotify is in here too. These are names that already you can look it up, man. These are big participants that support everything that we're discussing, and that's the reason why it's on the radar. Because once again, you just asked how many have we talked to that all have issues with Universal, right? But guess what? How many have
Mhm.
we talked to that ain't understanding how Universal's working behind the scenes against them even more? So
Yep.
it's like it's kind of like, damn, that would make you want to open your eyes more, right? Just when you get taken in this industry,
You would think.
you
Yeah.
become a little bit more cautious. And then you start to unravel and see other things that are like, oh shit, I never knew it went down like that. So it's just
Mhm.
something to think about, man. Thinksters and creators out there got something, man. Is AI helping your process, or is it hollowing it out? Just let us know, man. I'm always anxious to hear this. We'd love to hear from you. I want to know more because once again, I'm real timing. I'm I am conflicted. That's the best word I can come up with, man, because it's ideas that it's helping me with, but they're my ideas
Yep.
that I've had that I couldn't fully do from the jump, or was came up short on me getting it done because I didn't have the resources at the time or whatever the hell it may be. So I would like to know, man. Drop your comments down below. Love to hear from y'all to see what's actually going on out there. And it's something that we just, too passionate about or what. So
Yep.
let us.
For sure. Shit. But let's take a quick break, man. We're gonna come back with more of the session live on things of that nature. Don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
You shot this?
I keep one in their head, I don't trust what they say. Yeah. It's Chiefo. Yeah. Why? Hey. Look, I seen love turn to envy. Real turn to fake, so I keep one in their head. I don't trust what they say. Told my dog, play it cool, we gon' shine in a sec. If he move off emotion, then he die with regret. Mama praying for me, cause I've been thugging too long. Heart heavy, but the pain make better songs. I was sleeping on the floor, now that she's Versace. Made it out the mud, and the hoes start to watch me. Know they want my soul, but I sold it to the grind. Ain't no peace in my mind, just a piece on my side. Saying that I'm distant, I call it being wise. Gave too much love, now I charge for my time. Know I'm on a cash mission. Niggas slipping like a transmission. Going broke, I just don't get it. Had to learn the game, now I move with precision. Fake smiles in my face, but I peep attention. I can feel the shade even when it's not mentioned. Clock ticking, so I hustle like I'm out of time. Tryna turn my struggle to $1 million. I can't stop, I'm addicted to the grind, yeah. So how the fuck am I gon' fold up? Mama raised a soldier. Dug it like a poster. Every time I slide through, she easy like a drive-through. I'm a fly guy, so niggas mimic things that I do. I can't even lie, this pay yourself shit is for real. Hit the studio, that's when I tell them how I feel. Safe place, safe haven, I just gotta stack more. Lot of memories in the past, I can't go back though. Gotta be strong, I see lil' mama dance her pain away. Still fuck me up every time I try and say her name. God makes no mistakes, even if you think it's wrong. Why they swerving in my lane without they blinkers on? 80 hours in a week, I'm bringing cheese home. You know what's going on, keep it real in every song. Ain't no handouts, baby, only 10 toes. And you know it's pay yourself till the world blows. For real.
Welcome back. Welcome back. That's Chiefo, man. That's heartfelt heavy heart. My bad, my bad. Heavy heart Chiefo, man. Go check him out, run it up, man. He dropped a
Yeah. Pay
nice,
yourself
nice
forever.
Pay Yourself Forever. Definitely, man. Shout out on him, slide that to it as well, man. So that way, or what I'm saying, we can always keep on promoting that real stuff, man. But back at the at what's at hand, right? Back to this. We're gonna go on with the next part of this whole thing about what's really going on with UDO and how they surrendered and what the headlines on that and what's the facts about it, right? So Universal settles their lawsuit with UDO, not Suno, so don't get it mistaken. They're still in a battle in court going through their legalities, right? So peep this out though. Users of UDO were blocked their download ability to get their music that was created on their platform after the partnership with UDO partnered with Universal. So what that means is when they woke up and they went to log in and start creation or whatever it is that they was gonna do, guess what, y'all? They was greeted with a pop-up that read downloads no longer available. Soon you'll make tracks inspired by artists you love, quote unquote. May I read that again, quote unquote. This is what you woke up to on October 30th if you was creating on their platform. Okay. This is after they jumped in bed with Universal Music Group, UMG, Universal, all of the same people. Quote unquote, downloads no longer available. Soon you'll make tracks inspired by the artists you love. So look, I'm gonna give you a conversation the way I believe it goes down in real time and real shit. So hey, why we going after them when you using and training your artists on everybody on my label when we can just, man, just give me a little side hustle, pay me a little something, so that way I can go ahead and get mine off, and we can go ahead and be in cahoots, and then we can, you know what I'm saying, give it over here and get Spotify, bring them in, and then we can get in fractions of that, but we all make the top dollar. Tell me that ain't no side hustle of, hey, you got the plug and they got the whoopty wop and I got the damn the demand. So right, let's all
Yeah.
come together and let's make it happen and cut them out, and then let's do it like this. So um just think about that along, with everything. So after losing the access or to that, it was getting a lot of backlash, right? UDO was getting backlash, a lot of uproar. And so basically, they had to go ahead and respond. So they did go ahead and respond. It was a forced updated response that allows the users starting on November 3rd to go ahead. They will have a 48-hour window to go ahead and download all of their stems, whatever it is that they got going on, their projects, so that way they can get it out and put it in their own DAW system and work it from there. So, with that being said, my guy, that's exactly what I'm talking about. On We Don't Control Shit, bro. You wake up, and this is exactly where they want it. They can say when it
You
happens,
wake up and you can't do nothing with your own shit.
and you're paying a subscription fee
You are
now.
no longer allowed to be creative.
Right. But because this is the downside. It's not AI, it's the way the people are going to regulate it. It's the way
Yeah.
they're going to go ahead and utilize their power to say when you can access it, when you can't access it. That's every subscription base. That's everything. So stop thinking these things are all separate.
Yeah.
There was a Netflix special about
Yeah.
Spotify. Go check it out, man. It tells you right there. The guy comes up and he tells you, like, I'm not going to pay the artist. All this money that I'm making is not going back to the artist. I'm putting it into the tech world. He tells you this. And yet people still upload, myself included, which I
Cold
have to
blooded,
really,
bro.
yeah, it's like we are programmed to walk ourselves to the slaughter, bro.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is something like
Yeah.
I'm real timing conflicted with realizing that everything that we knew is not only happening, but it's happening on a bigger, broader scale, bro. Once you start bringing in these type of
Yeah.
names and platforms, bro, it's a lot bigger. So anyhow, right? So UDO now markets create in the style of the artist you love with label approval. Speaking like UMG and
Okay.
Spotify.
So real quick, sorry.
Nah, go
So
for it.
that means I can go onto Spotify or whatever or UDO and say I want to hear songs that sound like Erica Badu,
hmm
her
Well,
music,
you won't
and
you
it's
won't
just
hear it,
gonna.
man. You have to write that and say you want to
I have
create a
to.
song in the style
I want
of,
to create the
right.
style of. Okay, and then it's just gonna do what it does and spit me back whatever I think is cool, whether I have a musical ear or not, right?
Right.
So so if I don't have a musical ear, I'm just gonna think that shit cool, right? And I'm gonna
What I'm saying.
come on,
You're gonna think that that's okay because to you,
that's okay.
I'm not gonna say you don't know better, but it's something when you have an invested interest in, you're thinking like, hey, I was able to make this, create this because this was in me, and I'm just putting it and describing what I had in my head. But you're telling it to go mimic a style of somebody that's already put in multiple thousands and
Yeah,
10,000s and hours of music and performing and dancing and
yeah,
everything under the sun to be a
everything.
performer, a true artist. Because once again, we have to understand why labels were created. I think that's the people don't start there. Like you and I know why labels were created. Like every day, if anybody wants to really know more, and anytime, man, utilize all of this technology to go and do some historical research. Like
Yeah,
I think it was you that
I'm
sent
looking
that
at the
to me
next
about,
fight and shit and go learn something.
right. Right. Go learn something, right? And even if it's just for face value, bro, just for your own knowledge. Like I don't
Yeah,
we don't do this to boast our knowledge and what we know. It's to share it and enlighten you. And when you enlighten me, I get, oh, cool. I didn't know that. And if it's something I knew, hey man, thank you for that. But I already knew it. It's bad. What we're trying to do is just preserve history, right? That's what we're supposed to do.
exactly.
Isn't that what
Yeah,
campfires were created? But anyway, we're getting a little bit offside this, but it's all relative because that's what they're taking away from us. They're taking exactly this construct that we know that it's always been a fight, label versus artist, now they're getting together and saying we don't need them, but let them train all of our techies. See, we're training their robot.
yeah,
Just think about that.
they're robot. Yeah,
We're
yeah.
training that, and it's
That's like
something that
the two girls that old boy was playing on. Right now, they mad at him and say, "Hey, we're gonna work together,
right,
get rid of this motherfucker, right?
right, and get everything that we can out of them, right?
That we
High
can
five,
out of them, yeah, and then do it,
exactly,
yeah, and then we gonna go about our business." So
right.
it's like a corporate shakedown
Hmm.
disguised as a settlement, right? UDO
Right,
folded, right? So the big
right,
major labels can own the AI lane.
right.
That's it. Come on, man.
They're right there.
I'm suing you, bro. I'm suing you. Fuck y'all. You fucking with me. I'm suing your ass. And then we go have dinner and shit for some unknown fucking reason. And it's like, hey, okay, be friends now. I didn't know we
Why
had
couldn't
anything
we
in
think
common.
of it, bro? Why couldn't we think of something so devious and you know what I'm saying, bro? And that'd be cool.
Man.
Could really be cool. Like this is WWE on steroids in the music
Yup.
industry, bro.
In the music industry. Yeah. Yeah. And it's just and you don't get to watch none of it. You
Right.
get to see what happens, but you don't get to be a part of it, right?
Part
Because
of
it's
it.
all
Right. Exactly.
yeah, you ain't a yeah, you know, you're a victim
Now,
of it. You sure ain't a part of it.
now I got a question
Yeah, that's
for
crazy,
you.
man.
See, just
Yep.
in regards to this, man. How would you feel if you woke up and your recipe for your sauces? 'Cause you got some great sauces, by the way. Shout out to putting something good in your belly, Chef D and Left Coast Kings, because that should be
You know
on
it. You
point.
know it.
But what if you woke up, man, and them sauces, bro, is just like somebody just put it out and they labeled it just a little bit because you got some nice titles for your shit, right? So you put some thought process. That's intellectual property. Then you went and got
Yeah.
your ingredients that don't come just from the normal market. That's
Mhm.
intellectual property because you're putting. Now, let's if I just sideswipe that and say boop boop boop, this is that, bop, bop, and you're like, whoa, kiddo, like what about
I'm gonna be
me?
salty,
Well,
bro.
right,
I'm gonna be a
right.
little salty. Like, hold on, man. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be salty about that. I'm gonna feel some kind of way.
I don't know what I would do, bro, waking up with no warning and the stuff that I've
Yeah,
created. I didn't have access to it,
yeah,
bro. We'd be
yeah.
having a whole different show. I'm so glad I didn't sign up for UDO. I don't know what's next though. I'm just saying.
It could. Who else is gonna do it, right?
It can happen. I'm trying to get all my shit out of there daily. Every time
Right
I
the fuck
do
out of that.
something, I'm trying to get it out of there and put it into my DAWs this way it's ready, bro. That's why I say
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
easy. It's not easy. It does simplify things. Um, you know, I've heard some people just
What's
call this
crazy,
stuff
bro?
lost. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, what's crazy is UMG initially sued UDO, right, for stealing, but then you gonna partner with them to settle, right? So y'all could steal smarter, right? Like we
You're
already
doing it wrong.
stealing, but
You're doing it
come
wrong.
fuck with us so we can steal more. Let me show you how to really steal some shit.
Man, right. Just think
Well,
about that. Damn, bro.
bro, no warning, right?
Mm-mm, nothing.
No nothing.
Oh, no.
And everybody that's
Everybody.
utilizing this tool, right? UDO,
Hmm.
dealing with UMG, like the Thanos snap. Oh shit, fuck them. Get them out of
Instant,
here.
bro. Yep, that's it. That's it.
Get enough
Right?
data. Snap your fingers on motherfuckers. Like, man, that shit is crazy, bro.
It is. It is so
But
wild, bro. And I look at this and I look at it and I say, this can happen to anything from our, like, if you think about Instagram, if you think about Facebook, if you think about all of the YouTube, every platform, people are, I mean, some people have, bro, 35 million people that they couldn't go outside and get 35 million people in their lifetime to follow them. But on some
yeah,
reason, people are on a YouTube, a social media platform and have this massive following. But guess what? All they got to do is say, flip, do the Thanos snap, and these people will
I don't like your
lose.
followers. You got too many followers. Start over.
They will lose. Yeah, we don't know if those are real followers or not. So,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
and that's the problem, bro. That's the big problem, right? I've heard this being called.
We don't like your content.
Yeah, right, right. We
Don't.
don't like that you're smoking while you're doing your content, which is legal to
Yeah.
do. But how
Yeah.
come they regulate it and then get your channel banned? Or how come they, matter of fact, how come they could tell you about what you're saying in your content and not get it out to people, right? So it's modern
Yeah.
day slavery. That's of sound.
Your
Let me
content is too abusive.
let me correct
Your
that.
language is
That way we
abusive.
don't get those people say, "Oh, here we go with the slavery." It's modern
Yeah.
day slavery of sound. We also know this, right? Sound is we America used sound as a weapon.
Damn sure did.
We know this. Like it's been shown time and time again through our history how we use sound as a weapon. So I think artists we need to arm ourselves with our own weapons, stand up to big tech, just like we need to stand up to big pharma and other things. We need to stand up, man, and this is our given right that needs to be protected. So I don't think
Yeah.
it should be banned in any form or fashion because it's been here, bro. It's been here, right?
It's been around.
There's been it's been around for, I mean, bro, longer than what we really want
Would
to
you
admit,
like to play a game?
right? Exactly.
What the
Speak and
fuck was
spell,
that?
right? Speak and spell. Exactly, right?
Come on, bro. Well, remember the movie War Games back in the 80s?
Right. Right. Do
Hey,
you remember the pets that you had, the digital pets on
my
the
kids had them. Yep.
yeah,
I know
my kids
exactly what
had
you're talking about. They
them
clip
because
them
they
on the
have
belt
kids.
and shit in the backpacks and
You had
it.
to
Yep.
play, you had to play with them. If not, then they
Or
would
they
you had,
die.
yep. All what's
Don't
that?
feed it them. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that? Right. Um
Yeah.
the whole thing, right? The whole VR. So I mean, we really gotta start realizing the things that we have, video games. There's a lot of different aspects to this that is going to be affected. If you didn't know, like we might not even think it's going to affect you, but it definitely already is because it's affecting what you're being able to listen to and not know if that's real, artificially created or not. Does it matter? I would like to know. Like, would you? Let me ask this: would you, right, collab to do something with somebody and then they're telling you, like, you hear the song and it's an AI song? Would you still say hell yeah? Or would you allow an AI? Let me ask this: would you allow an AI artist or sound represent your brand?
Would I let an AI sound represent my brand?
Like, right.
Yeah, because to an extent, yeah, because number one, we ain't got to reach out and ask nobody to do nothing for you, right? And it might
Well
not come
said.
back the way you want it,
Well
right?
said.
Might not come back the way you want it, and you might have spent some money or did a favor or whatever the case may be, and it didn't come out the way you wanted to. And
Right.
in order to go back, you're gonna have to pay again, right? So if you can, you, let's keep it 1,000, all right? And you're gonna pay again, and you might not get what the fuck you want again. So,
Right.
but
Right.
you're still gonna have to pay for that time that was put in to get what you didn't want, right? So
That
to
alleviates
make
all
it,
that.
so if you can articulate your prompts the way you need to express to get the product you need, and it's your ideas being put into this, not just, hey, can you make some, can you create? No, I need you to create a ABCD, and we're giving you the steps to it.
Right.
Then yeah, and
Yep.
it's always the person behind the tool. Oh,
Well,
guns kill people. No, the dumbass people that's holding them is killing
right.
people.
Right.
That gun sitting on the table by itself, man, is just a tool.
Right.
How you use that tool is a whole nother ball game, and that's up to the individual. Right now, some people
Right.
they lazy with it, and they end up going to
People don't.
jail forever, or they die because they don't utilize the
Right.
tool properly.
I
Right?
think people
Too
don't understand
emotional.
what
Another show.
tools what tools
It's a
are,
tool.
but people don't.
You
Some
put them to
people don't
work. If
recognize tools
if
in
I
their life.
buy if you buy a nail gun, right? Because you doing some. Most people gonna say, hey, you use that tool the proper way, it is going to do the job you need it for. Whether that's now the person behind that tool that's using it, that doesn't mean that tool's gonna do what it's supposed to do. I'm just
Right.
saying. So if I decide to shoot the nail gun at your ass versus building a fence like I'm supposed to,
Right.
once again, you know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
tool. So if you're using it for for the wrong reasons and not the right reasons, there's going to be consequences and
Yeah.
repercussions to it, right?
As it should.
And I don't. I think that there are going to have to be some rules and guidelines in place at some point, right? And it cannot be done by the big corporations. It has to be un, what, and I hate saying this because it's so hard to even get this unbiased
Yeah.
entity
Good luck.
that's
Good luck.
gonna adhere
Yeah.
to a standard and you know what I mean, and a curriculum or whatever you want to call it, right?
Yep.
And that's hard because
Mhm.
everybody know that dollar holla, so it's
Yep.
just you gotta
Hmm.
hope people can stand on business, right, and in ethics and morals. But once again, that honor system is really fickle when you don't have to be honest. I can tell you I am, but you know,
But once again, who gauges that what you're saying? What organization, what body is going to say, okay, we stamp that he's telling the truth? I mean, you've already taken real people who that their job is, and I don't agree with this, but there's still people that their job is a judge to try to be impartial and go by whatever the the stipulated law or regulation or whatever the hell it is being abided by the right way without biasism, correct? So
yeah,
when we say that, who's going to be this body? Because we can't, like you said, it can't be the big techies. It can't be the label industry. It can't be none of that. It has to be somebody who is set aside. And the only people that are trained to do that are people in the law field, like lawyers
yeah,
and you know what I'm saying? Because because you're convicted of something, they can't go and represent you off of biasism. So I think that's the issue. Who does that? Who's going to sit down? Because who's to say that that judge or that body is not already in cahoots either? Because look at the big names that
exactly.
are involved, man. We gotta we to me it just keeps going back to
Oh,
that.
they're larger than
Everything
yeah, monopoly, bro. Them people got monopolies on shit, bro.
right. If you're doing any type of music, one of
Yeah.
those people are involved. One of those agencies or entities, I should say, are involved in your process of getting it out. And once again,
Whether
now
you like
only
it or not,
right, and whether you know it or not. That's that.
or know it
That's
or
even
not. Yeah.
worse, right? The only part that hasn't been that I could say publicly hasn't been identified in this full process is the distribution. You can still control your own distribution on a playing field of where you have the wherewithal of what's going on. Most of it, because now a lot of people, there's a
Mhm.
lot of these distribution companies, digital distribution companies that are popping up, right? Because you know what I mean. Like you starting, it makes it. Oh, we could do that too. But what corners are you cutting? Because you realizing that businesses don't go into business to really lose money. They got to find a way to make money. They got to find a way to gain,
Yep.
right? So unless you're a nonprofit, and even then, we all know that's all books. I didn't say that, but moving forward, it's something, bro. It's never gonna stop, bro. And I want to keep an open dialogue on this channel, um, because this is shit people ain't gonna talk about, bro. Like you're not hearing. I don't hear it. Like I do. I do hear the stories when they're written and people respond to that, but I'm giving it to you. Like I said, I'm an artist and I'm conflicted. I have a catalog, but yet I enjoy recreating some of my catalog and then coming up with different ideas and stuff of that nature as well, right? That it creates and sparks new creativity, bro. When we
Yeah.
hear it, like you came up with an idea to me off of listening to what I was doing for my project. Hey man, have you ever thought about doing something like this? No, I haven't. Guess what? Now I can go try it without having to go and be like, let me look for all the pieces to make that happen. Shout out to
Yeah.
Bray James, formerly known as Young Spider. He hit me up and was like, "Hey, bro, have you thought about doing whoopty wop 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 and giving some insight?" And I said, once again, no, I haven't. Interesting. Took notes down, and I'm at currently in real time working on both of those ideas, right? As well as just still doing my organic shit. And that's what I'm saying. That's the fun part, bro, because you get to
Yeah.
see it and unfold and get if you could know how every recipe came out, bro, without having to go through the full process of spending money, doing this, and testing it, baking it, creating it, and it's like then tasting it out of all of that, it might be smoking for hours and it still doesn't come out the way you want it. If you could shrink that time, shrink that investment just to get the sample to be like, okay, now I know what to do better. Well, now I know what to do here to get to there. And then when you go to
Yeah.
create it, that's what I look at it like. It's once again, it's a tool, proper
Yeah.
tool. I can't be a mechanic showing up at your house with a butter knife. You're not allowing me under your car.
No, I'm not.
He could do the job though.
But,
He's showing you he's
it probably
all his
could. It probably
certificates.
could.
Right. But guess what? Nigga, you ain't getting under my car with that butter knife. Sorry. So
Nope.
um yeah, man, just something to think about, man. We are gonna go ahead and transition a little bit out of this. AI, I know we beat that heavily, and it's still gonna get more discussion, a lot more limelight coming up. But we're about to go ahead and lighten up this a little bit, man. And bring into um some new music, man. Let's talk about that. Let's let's
Good.
let's
Good.
let's take a
Yeah.
little break
I like
and
it.
we'll talk about what came out during the week. And give some people because there's a little stuff that happened behind there too. So stretch your legs, go fill up the
Yeah.
cup,
Yeah. Yeah.
saying twist another one. You know what I'm saying?
I
Check
dig it.
on your peoples, your weebles, and be right back. Don't go nowhere. You ought to stay in. Yeah.
Things of that nature, things of that nature, and you owe it to yourself. Oh,
In the
That's what I'm
car,
saying. Yeah,
playing
man.
music, Bernie one, like, hey, I'm on my way. It don't even matter. I'll make it to
Especially when
work.
the studio was there, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm on my grown man, talking everything I do. Glass tip the blunt, ain't sipping on the Fresca too.
flipper hat and hoodie too. Double SR since day one, my whole catalog's the proof. Been doing what I wanna do, rock what I want to, stop that I won't do, pop back on Pro Tools. Body in the paint, NBA like it old school. Pomona bread, north side of jumping out the old school. On D's with B's and C's, OGs roll through. R.I.P. Big Steve and my dukes, I miss and love you. My lil' twos turned into foes, watching my every move. Swerving in and out of them lanes, making them Cali moves. 14 grams blast off, send you to the moon. Head bang to this, turn it up and let them speakers boom. 6'2", clear the room, battle scars and war wounds. Front lining with my goons, Red Lotus, choking on them brake lights, choking on some get it right, floating on that E-way, painting that picture right. I get a call from the holy light, schedule and book the flight, pedal punching on that throttle tight, soft legs by my side, I'm on my own, just doing fine. Living life in my rear view, blowing back for the pain, I can't feel you. Black hearts and red eyes and stay true. 6 in the morning, early hustle, gotta pay dues. Yeah, yeah. Living life in my rear view, blow a bag for the pain, I can't feel you. Black hearts and red eyes and stay true. 6 in the morning, early hustle, gotta pay. Choking on them brake lights, choking on some get it right, floating on that E-way, painting that picture right. I get a call from the homie light, schedule and book the flight, pedal punching on that throttle tight, soft legs by my side, I'm on my own, just doing fine. Living life in my rear view, blow it back for the pain, I can't feel you. Black hearts and red eyes and stay true. 6 in the morning, early hustle, gotta pay dues. Yeah, yeah. Winding day and night, got that music on my mind. Ooh, it never stops. West Coast dream, we riding high. Stars align in the sky. Can you feel that light? My fam right here by my side. They hold me down on my own, but I still shine. I still shine on my own. Talk to me. Just doing fine, doing fine. Yeah, so fine. Living life in my rear view. Living life in my rear view. Living life in my rear view. Blow a bag for the pain, I can't feel you. Black hearts and red eyes and stay true. 6 in the morning, early hustle, gotta pay dues. Yeah, yeah. I'm grinding day and night. Yeah, yeah. Got that music on my mind. Ooh, it never stops. West Coast tree, riding high. Stars align in the sky. Living life in my rear view. Living life in my rear view.
This ain't a story you just sit back and listen to. This is memory stitched to melody, pain threaded through a pulse. I didn't choose this path. I woke up in it. They tried to remix my mind, overwrite the soul with silence. But you can't mute what was made to echo. So if you hear my voice now, you're not just tuned in. You're entering a frequency. Welcome to the madness.
There is no off, there is no before, only forward into the unknown. Sweatshop Recordings.
Welcome back, y'all. Yeah, there you have it, man. Go run that up too, man. Once again, that's some AI generated stuff of our own music that we talking about. So I thought it was form fitting. Once again, it is out on everything, every platform. Until I can figure it out, it stays there. But go check us out at sweatshoprecordings.com, as you can go ahead and get also the by design, which is the audio book that accompanies the project, and little pieces here and there. We got chapters 1 and 2 that's down there for free download, only available once again at sweatshoprecordings.com. All right, my man. Here we go, man. The part that we have been added to the show here. Just to give little people some things that's going, you know what I'm saying, what's on in the music world that we like to go ahead and vibe out to. Um, let's start with, you know what I'm saying, what came out this past week, man, Halloween week, man. What you got on the albums list that dropped? I can't hear you, bro. I think you're muted.
I was muted. My bad. Hey, first off, we're
Mhm.
gonna go with that Chiefo, Pay Yourself Forever.
Right.
That's a, you know what I'm saying? We gotta plug that, right?
Oh,
Offset.
second. Wait, Kevin Ali, the cipher.
Offset, Haunted.
Kevin
Oh,
Ali, the
yeah, the Decipher. Can't forget Kevin Ali. Go check out the Central. It's a good piece
Mhm.
of work right there, man, and
Yep.
and, and all his other works. Both of them. Third
Wow.
Boy, yeah, he got some shit dropping. I gotta tap in with him. Yeah, he got some shit dropping. I heard some shit the other day. It's fire. So
Okay.
yeah, he got some. Yeah, he back in it. He back in the lab. So for
That's
sure, for
good.
sure. Shout out to him.
Mhm.
uh, Offset, like I was saying, he got a Haunted by Fame. Um,
Okay.
I ain't peeped none of these out really. I just know what's dropping. I haven't got a chance to,
Yeah.
take them all in. Uh,
Mhm.
Kodak Black, just getting started.
Okay.
I'm not a big Kodak Black fan, but
Yeah, but it made
hey,
it
for
made
all
noise
those out there
coming
that
out.
fuck with him,
Yeah, that's exactly. I got some people that I know that really fuck heavy, that are heavy into his music, fucks with him. So
okay, for sure, for sure. West Side Gun,
okay.
Hills Have Eyes 3.
That's right.
I like him. He's pretty dope. I like him and
I
Conway. Yeah, the Griselda gang. Yeah, they get down.
yeah, but I heard this is supposed to
Yeah,
be the
Griselda.
the last one in this series. I don't know how true that is,
Oh,
but
okay,
just some reading
okay.
and coming across some of this stuff. Yeah, but
Yeah, I like them, man, because they put a concept behind what they're doing. You know what I'm
right,
saying? They don't.
right,
You know what I mean? So yeah, so I respect that. Um,
right.
Big L, Harlem's finest, Return of the King,
Wow.
featuring y'all listen to this, featuring Jay-Z, Nas,
What?
Mac Miller, Method Man, and more.
That's what's up,
That's
bro.
gonna be that's gonna be something worth listening to right there. If
Yeah,
y'all don't know
man.
who Big L is y'all need to go do your research and get put
Talent
on game
taken
because
way too
like
young, man.
because yeah, he was going way too young because honestly, he was gonna give them first two names a big run for their money.
Right, right,
Mike Mike not have been those two names, those first two
right,
names I named if L would have wouldn't have been taken so soon. So
right,
yeah, so that's
right.
that sound like cool. And we got
Mhm.
a DJ Premier and Ransom,
Hmm, okay.
the reinvention.
That's what's
Premier
up.
always come and see.
Yeah.
I I love Premier because I was a big Gangstar fan.
Mm.
So I always he get that respect. But Guru was my guy.
Man, Gangstar,
Guru
Guru,
was
that was
hard up,
something.
bro.
That was a
Gangstar was
whole
yeah.
nother level of at that point, bro. Um, and like I said, Coogee rap around that time, the Talk Like Sex
Yeah,
albums, the 456
yeah.
album. Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, that was
456, Rags to
that was
Riches.
yeah, rags to riches just
Fuji rap,
started.
DJ
You know what
Polo.
I'm saying? Talk like sex, baby. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, man. Yeah, we do have some singles that dropped as well, man. And apologies. I haven't gotten to these as well either. I like to listen to and sit and vibe to music, so it takes me a little bit longer to get through some of the stuff because I really vibe out and listen to full
yeah.
albums. So Some of the singles here,
I'm still on the Chifo album.
that's what I'm saying. Like we got some people
Yeah,
that's
like
dropping. Like okay, I got to get to them, but we letting the world know it's there
yeah,
though.
yeah. What's up?
And NLE Chopper, he came out with KO. You know what I'm
Is
saying?
that a diss?
I'm that's what I was just about to say. I'm not too sure. I'm anxious to hear it because I think there's a little bit more behind that. And I don't know
Okay.
all the story, but yeah.
Yeah, I
Lloyd.
haven't heard. I heard a piece of it.
Oh,
I
okay.
heard a piece of it, and
Right.
they were insinuating him dissing somebody else, whoever they is, and I was
Right.
like, okay, I want to hear it so I can figure out
Right.
what's going on, right? Like,
Likewise.
yeah,
There's a lot of that going on right now with some of these singles that are coming out. They had a lot of underlining, you know what I'm saying, tabloid type messages.
undertones, yeah, type of shit, yeah.
Lloyd Banks, he's came out with HHV 1, six of swords. I don't know, bro. I'm not into the Lloyd Banks series, so I don't know what that is.
I
I,
don't,
I, I love his music. I just don't know what that is, but I'm definitely gonna
yeah,
keep it out. Right. Brent Fayez, have to. Bodie James and Craven. That's a different one right there. I definitely got to check that one out. Infrared.com. Armani White. There's a ghost in my house. I like some Armani White. I ain't gonna lie. So there's a ghost in my house.
okay,
I gotta go check that one out. I think that's because of the whole Halloween. A lot of these may have a lot of that, but and Cameron,
Halloween themed.
yeah, Cameron, Bronx Coochie, yeah, but Cam always
Yeah,
got to throw something in there that's intriguing enough to listen. But
yeah.
I would say,
He
I would
wants
say
you
this.
to.
Go ahead.
He's an attention grabber. He want to get your attention quick.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. So and
Cam do what he do.
with that being said, news flash that Cam and that J. Cole lawsuit. I stumbled across this. I didn't even know about it. Like I said, I try
News
to
to
stay
me.
out a lot of those kind of things. We're not a tabloid channel. So it's just happened to be something that was in the forefront. And I thought it was kind of weird because Cameron, Cameron, the lawsuit basically is based off of a song that they did called Ready, I guess. And this was in 2024. It wasn't based on payment. It was based on like services. And that being like, hey, you were gonna come on our show. It is what it is. Blah blah blah. You're gonna do this. There was things like that that supposedly J. Cole was gonna want, but now he's actually going ahead with a lawsuit and he wants 500K and co-author credit on Ready 24. So um that's interesting to me, bro, because that's a move that I don't really see Cam making. Not that I'm like it just seems like the stuff that he talks about and how he goes about his business that he would handle
Yeah,
it a little bit different, bro. Especially I don't see J. Cole as skipping out on something that maybe there's a reason. So we'll have to see how that pans out. Not that I'm gonna stay on heavy on that once again, not
yeah,
a talent channel, but because he dropped the song Bronx Coochie and this is coming out and it's gonna bring more light to this lawsuit. But yeah,
yeah. That just
probably
shows, man. The, the business side never sleeps, bro. Even among legends, right? These guys been in the game for. Come on, Cam been around since shit in the '90s, right? Cam been putting it down, from horse and carriage with Mace and all, from
right,
even
right.
before that. So, maybe he feels like this is the best way to approach it and not be on some, because Cam will get on some street shit.
And,
People
and,
be
and
thinking, oh, he
because of
dressed like this, was like, yeah, nah, Cam for real, he
because of that, I would figure he would handle it a little bit different, not so heavy into the
not
law
so
eyes,
lost.
especially if
Yeah,
this
yeah,
was a service thing. Like, okay, are you salty because he didn't come on the show, and then the other stuff? Because what you're asking now is money, monetary
yeah,
compensation, and you want more money by your co-author credit on Ready 24. Like that means something in points, in systems, in what you
yeah,
get in
yeah.
residuals. That all means something.
He
So
looking at a bigger. He trying to get the long run out of it.
absolutely.
He want the long
Definitely.
run. He like, you gonna pay me a lump sum because you didn't do A, B, C, and D, and then
Mhm.
since we worked on this over here, you gonna give me my money for it.
Right.
Now
Yeah.
that since you, I guess, I mean, because when it comes to a lawsuit, right, you have to put monetary value on whatever it is you're suing for.
Mhm. True.
So
Right.
the 500K is like the deposit, right? But on the back end, that co-author credit is gonna get him
That's right.
that
Right.
it's gonna keep coming. It's gonna
Yeah.
keep
That's
coming, right?
mhm.
Yeah. So maybe
Yeah.
that's
I get it. It makes
and
sense.
who know we don't know what's been said, and people's
Yep.
camps tend to fuck shit up too. So who knows what's been said in the back, the back rooms in the,
Well,
amongst
I'll say
themselves
this
or
though.
their peoples talking to
I
peoples.
I feel enough confidence to say this though. From what is put out there, J. Cole really doesn't have a camp. He deals with a lot of this stuff
Oh,
himself. So, you know
okay.
what I mean? Like that's he takes pride in how he moves because like a lot of stuff that he would want to do is smaller base, like going back to his schools and teachers, and he's big on that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
your other people looked at that as, nah, we need to get you over here on this TV show and this and this and this. So, unless something's changed, that's one thing I did like about the way he moved. He
And
wasn't really
he might
about
not have wanted to do the show because of maybe the
right.
questioning that might have been perhaps because
Yeah,
Cam and them are gonna be like, hey, why you pull that diss on, why you apologize, why you know what I'm saying, shit that he's not
all
even
of that
on no
stuff.
more,
Right,
you
right,
know, stuff like
right.
that. He ain't winning, so that could be, who knows,
Or he just doesn't want
but
his business out there, and we know that's a show where your business is gonna be out there. So,
we out there, yeah.
and that's not no diss to the show. It's just that's just
No,
what it does,
shit, I
right? So
tune in from
shout out
time to
to
time.
J. Cole. Yeah, shout out to Cam, shout out to Cole. Y'all work it out though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
This
sure.
music, we need to come together and fight the opposing,
Yeah,
you know,
it's a bigger fight than amongst these ourselves, right? Way bigger,
opposing countries is
way
crazy.
bigger.
Definitely, man. So let us know, man.
Yeah.
Tell us your favorite drop of the week or what you listening to, man. We'll definitely shout you out on our next what's in your playlist or next episode. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wrap it up with this, man. I don't think that AI is the enemy. Um, I'll be honest. I think it's definitely um complacency is the enemy. The laziness that comes with it that it enables or it embodies because it's really just a tool to help you get there, not quicker, not faster, not better, but to get there so that way you know exactly everything that you need for the final product. That's it's almost like a rough draft that you can work with instead of once again if I tell you something verbally, it's all in how you perceive that. So our perceptions are all different. So I don't think it's the enemy. Like I said, I think it is complacency. Either you learn to use it, or you're or lose to it. Right? Like it's gonna be a friend. It's gonna be an ally. It's gonna be a tool, or it's gonna be like, damn, I hate that. Just like when computers came in, there's a generation that we all know that didn't embody and embrace it, and now they
Yeah.
hate life because they didn't embrace it. So we have to look at that at some point that this is where it's going. This is the way it's geared up. I don't see us as a community able to stop where it's headed. I do see us as a community be able to uh, differentiate, but not to stop anything.
Yeah.
So don't let
No,
it
for
own
sure,
you.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just make sure that you guys keep making your creative thoughts and process, and don't just leave it all up to AI because then we're gonna get desensitized to so much of that that is just gonna become the norm.
Yep, yep, yep. Hey man, and understand this. Real art comes from imperfection. Machines replicate, humans relate. I'll say it one more time for the people in the back. Machines replicate,
Right.
humans relate. I know that
There you
shit might sting for some of y'all, but shit, put some alcohol on it, and suck it up. Shit. Real talk.
Yeah, man. Let it sting, man. Let it sting, because that's growth. That lets you know, man, there's something that's, that you weren't ready for. You got to accept it and respond back to it. Keep creating, keep questioning, keep evolving, man. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Keep evolving.
Yeah.
This was another session live on Things of That Nature. I'm Doc Madnezz with my man, Chef D. You know what I'm saying? This whole show is powered by Sweatshop Recordings, Demolition Men Productions, Left Coast Kings, DRS Industries, Think Graphics, Working Silence 999, Monster Block Music, Monster Block Candles, Pay Yourself Entertainment, South Central Finest, Kevin Ali, and all of y'all dedicated thinksters worldwide, man. This is growing, y'all. It's starting to grow. Let's keep it, man. Keep the hamster wheel turning, y'all.
Let's keep it
Let's
going.
do it.
Let's keep it going. Yeah. Yeah. And if you ain't heard, shit, you better listen. You already know.
That part, y'all. Have a blessed one, man. You owe it to yourself. And just before we go out, you always got to remember.
Hit, baby, slow it down. Let the smoke just wrap around. High on you, high on this fire. Feeling high. Roll with me, let's get lost tonight.
Things of that nature, things of that nature.